Hey there, besties. It's time to have a conversation about Kamala and Jason Lee. Now, this is probably more about Jason Lee than it is about Kamala, but we might as well take a look at Kamala because Jason Lee is basically saying if you don't vote for her, then you racist. Because we all know that everything is racist, racism, white supremacy, discrimination. Y'all already know. So you've seen this video, I'm sure. Kamala out here doing her thing to vibrant thing. It's a vibrant thing. Hey, Kamala doing her thing, showing everybody, I guess, that she black. She down for the blacks. She down for the people, y'all. Look at her go. Go, girl. Yeah, yeah. So this is supposed to make you all say, yeah, that's who we want to go ahead and vote for. And the thing is that I don't even really understand why this matters because at the end of the day, it's Joe Biden that you're going to be voting for or not, right? Unless Kamala is deciding that she's going to run for daggone president, all this is half damn crazy if you ask me. But I think the issue might be that people is tired of Kamala. Now listen, I don't know why she don't do nothing in daggone way. Typically, vice presidents don't do much. They just be hanging around until they need it, right? All right, cool. But Jason has now come out with this video and he's getting some flack. Let's see what else is going on. So let's take a look at his caption here. So this is from 4 days ago, the only Jason Lee. So this is straight from his personal website because this person runs Hollywood Unlocked. Even though people keep saying it's the neighborhood talk, that's not true. It's Hollywood Unlocked. We've seen plenty from Hollywood Unlocked. Ain't no different from the Shade Room, neighborhood talk on site. All of these daggone sites basically talk specifically about black people, black stuff, black entertainment, black debauchery, everything that has to do with black for the most part, and minorities, black and brown people. But then Jason comes out here with everything that he reports from his team, so it's his responsibility, it's his page, and then turns around and tries to say that you Negroes ain't sugar honey iced tea. All right, cool. So it says, good times, good vibes, good music, great reason to celebrate. One thing for sure, we done made white people mad. So this is where Jason is. We done made white people mad, y'all, okay? The video I posted of the VP has created a conversation around the world, and I can't wait to hop into it today. God forbid we take 3.5 hours to recognize black music and the global influence of hip hop, because that's all you Negroes amount to is Kamala dancing and worrying about hip hop. Now, listen, love me some hip hop. Trust me, I know about the 50 years of hip hop and all the old school stuff. Love, 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 love. I don't understand what that has to do with political views, but black people, also known as people like Jason Lee, who I believe is mixed, not even all black, and of course LGBT, ABCDEFG, is going to sit up here and try to shame someone because this is this equivalent of Joe Biden saying, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for me. So now it's you ain't black if you don't like Kamala, coming from ABCD Jason Lee, okay? Y'all got me started now, so just wait on the videos coming next. Shout out to all I ran into this weekend for this amazing celebration thrown by a black woman, child. Of course, we gonna have that. A black woman! Because, child, it wouldn't even be black if they ain't even say that. So that's supposed to resonate with you. That's supposed to get people all riled up. You know it's going to work for the TBBs, for the sissies. Because, what's her fraternity or sorority? What is her sorority, child? I don't even care. AKAs, I think. They're supposed to get all mobilized, which means it transcends to the rest of the sororities and fraternities that are supposed to get in line and vote for her because she black. Because y'all going to continue to do stuff based off of people being black instead of looking at their daggone record and their daggone history and going by what you hear Jason Lee say, going by what you hear DJ Envy or Charlamagne the God say. Y'all know daggone well that's exactly what happens, and y'all continue, and then we'll get up on TikTok, start talking about how bad the economy is. You can't afford fruit, you can't afford to go to the store, you can't afford to live, you can't afford eggs, you can't afford milk, how much this used to be, how much that used to be. Then you'll turn around and vote for the same daggone thing that allegedly puts you in that daggone situation, and then turn around talking about white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. No, y'all just dumb. There's just a lot of dummies, okay? But you get influenced by foolishness like this, all right? So let's go ahead and go through this. This is, you supposed to want to go ahead because Kamala had a party, and this is I forget his name, Omarion, I believe. I don't know who this is, but it's all these blacks here, all these black people supposed to make y'all want to go ahead and vote. Toss out all the ABCs. Y'all supposed to want to go out here and vote. And now allegedly this made white people mad. Now let's continue to bring race into everything, because that's what Jason Lee is doing right here. Let's take a look at some of these comments. Nugget Nana says, I am white, I ain't mad. Thank you, Jason. You know, Kimmy, I love when you speak your truth for show. People needed to see this woman, our VP, our gorgeous black VP. Let's just start there. Smart, oh Lord, so educated, but street smart, y'all. Thank you again, my beautiful, beautiful Jason. You're the son I wanted. Strange. That's just strange. I love everything about this. Go ahead, VP. Show them what you working with. This makes me smile. Yeah, show them what you working with, child. Because that's what people should vote for. Showing what you working with. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She turning up. VP was enjoying, but the hands in the air from side to side was very much giving at home with hubby for one his kids' grad or birthday parties. I don't know what that means. A little side sway and shoulder action would have been my vision and just enough fun for the position. But hey, she enjoyed herself celebrating Hip Hop 50. Love that the VP enjoyed herself and kept it real, because this is what matters, y'all. Keeping it real, y'all. In 2015, I started Hollywood Unlocked with $100 and an Instagram and didn't know where this thing would go. Hard work and dedication led me from loving hip hop to the White House. I'm excited to share that Hollywood Unlocked has been named number 15 in this industry by Inc. magazine, and in many ways we are just getting started. Thankful to everyone who's been a part of the journey and everyone who's joining us now. Either way, it's all love. There you go. Congratulations. Good for you. All right. Do you think, Jason? Beyonce concert, Seattle, Beyonce. Listen, Jason Lee has come a long way and he's done his thing, and ain't nobody mad at him. The problem is that you can't go around and just insulting people, trying to force people to vote for someone and basically saying that you're racist if you don't. If the person who's running ain't doing what needs to be done in order to get themselves elected, no amount of bullying is going to work. So he's taking the sis's, which makes sense, viewpoint on how to effectively try to force people into doing what he wants them to do. So here's the video in question right here. And let me go ahead and allow him to speak. The caption reads, why does Kamala Harris not get the recognition and support that she deserves as a black woman? Because, you know, everything got to come down to that. Black hate hurts so much more. Watch and comment below. Okay.
What up, everybody? It's me, Jason. Look, this past weekend, I went to the vice president's house for the hip hop 50th anniversary hip hop party at her house. And I took this picture. You've seen it, but it wasn't the picture that I want to talk to you about. It's the video that's been seen around the world that I took. This video right here, if you've seen it.
That's supposed to get y'all all into the mood, vibrant thing, and Kamala dancing, y'all. You're supposed to vote for her on the strength of this, okay? Obviously, you know I can't play it. But he want to make sure you see it because he got all the views. That's all that matters. Kamala dancing is all that matters, y'all. This is what Jason Lee wants to bring to y'all. No record, no nothing else.
So there's that video. Now, I shared that video of the vice president. I took that video of the vice president and I posted it in a way that everybody would still not give me credit because I didn't want the credit. What I wanted was for the world to see it, and 20 million views later, it's clear that you have.
So he didn't want nobody to see it, but we wanted to make sure that he showed you that and told you that he the one that made the video and he got 20 million hits. All right. But that's not important. OK.
I've been looking at all the comments over the last couple of days of everybody that's had stuff to say, from white folks to Republicans to black people to white people, about what black people should feel about it. I've been looking at all the comments, and my only question is, why do y'all hate her so much?
Why should anyone love her? That's the real question. Why should anyone love her, Jason Lee? Just because you do, that means everybody else has to? That's how politics work. It's a choice.
Why do y'all hate her so much? What has Kamala Harris done to you that's made you hate her so much?
What has Kamala Harris done for me that makes me feel that I shouldn't dislike her? And I don't like her. I don't dislike her. I just don't understand where all this vitriol from Jason Lee is coming from just because people don't like her the way that he likes her. So it's basically a threat. What has she done to you? What has she done to you? What has she done for us, me, or anyone else? And that goes along with Biden, Jason Lee. Since you saw such an authority on politics, she's attached to Joe Biden. That's where she wanted to hitch that horse to. That's where she at. So since everybody's suffering, because in the next breath, I'm pretty sure Jason has talked about in the past, and I don't know, I'm just assuming, okay, how bad the economy is, and people can't afford to do that, and people can't afford to do this, and people can't do that, and people getting evicted, and people can't afford this, and C-19, and they had to, and God forbid, and it ain't right, and what are you doing, and student loans, blah, 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 blah. So you just gonna toss all that out and forget all that. She gets associated with that, Jason. Period, point blank. Like it, love it, live it. That's how it works. Okay? So instead of thinking that trotting out a Vibrant thing video with her dancing and now miraculously everyone's supposed to relate to her, that don't work. And obviously you see that, which is why you're now making this video to try to threaten and say, you ain't black. This is me. You ain't black if you don't like Kamala. You're asking the wrong question.
Grew up in Oakland, California, which
we
is
do
not
not
an
care.
easy city to grow up in.
We do not care.
Biracial child, which I can.
We do not care. So what? Now all of a sudden, because you grew up in Oakland, somebody's supposed to give a damn. Well, we grew up where we grew up. So the F what? That means nothing. It has nothing to do with politics. And being freaking biracial, we don't care. I grew up black. So the F what? It was hard too. Like, come on now, stop it. So we supposed to just take this into account. Y'all supposed to take it into account and go ahead and vote for her because she was in Oakland and she was mixed. All right, y'all? And he's mixed too. And he's ABCD. So y'all should listen to him for those reasons. Because you know, everything is about black women and ABCDs.
Mixed breed, it ain't easy. She became an attorney. She became a female attorney general in California.
So?
Working under a Republican administration.
She got elected as being vice president. I mean, you bringing all this up like it freaking matters. Okay, she did her job. She became a DA. She became an assistant DA. She did what she was supposed to do in her town. That's what she wanted to do. She did it. So the F what? Like what? Like, Jason, what are you saying right now?
She then went on to become a state senator that we all love because she was in their ass about stuff over there on the Hill.
Did y'all love her then? Anybody in California, did y'all love her then? Because from what I heard, y'all didn't particularly care for her. But we're going to take a look at Kamala in a second.
And then got elected as the first female and the first black female vice president of the United States.
Wow.
And somehow she ain't shit.
You said that.
Shit.
You said that.
She locked up all the black men in California. Really? When I read, she's doing nothing for the culture. She's doing nothing for black people.
I want to know what Jason Lee is doing for the culture and for black people. Oh, yeah. We'll take a look at Hollywood Unlocked in a second, too.
Really?
Really?
She's bad for the White House. She's taking us backwards. We're going to vote for Trump.
And that's the real problem right there. Ding, 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 ding. That's the real problem right there. See, the 2024 is heating up already. We ain't even out of 2023. And people like ABCD here see that many black people, particularly black men, come on now, let's call a spade, are looking to change their political affiliation and deciding that they're not just going to go along with the get along and go along and just vote for Democrat and or just go along and vote for Joe and or just go along and vote because of Kamala. So you got Joe, the old white man, Democrat. You don't vote for me, you ain't black. Then he tosses on a female, so that's supposed to get all the women and the feminists all together. Then you toss on a mixed female, whatever the hell it is that she is. Allegedly she black because she was AKA, I don't know what she is. I don't care. Okay. That's not even the point. People be looking at the dumbest of things to determine where it is and how it is that they're going to vote, which makes no sense whatsoever. And that's why many Negroes, coloreds, black people continue to be in the same situations, ain't got nothing, ain't going nowhere, ain't never going to get nothing but sitting around waiting for someone to give you something. Then you don't get it, then you mad. Now, because males, for the most part, black males, are determining and deciding that they not going along with this get along no more, and they're going to go and vote for Donald Trump or even Ron DeSantis or any of the other, whoever's going to win probably politically on a Republican side. Now let's bring out the threats early. Now let's bring out the you ain't really black. Now let's bring out the this is what you need to do if you really black. The only people you're going to get riled up with this, honestly, at the end of the day, are black women who basically you already got them any daggone way because they're just going to go with color because that's how black people typically determine their political affiliations and how they vote for, which is pretty dumb. But let's go ahead and acknowledge that. Are we going to tell the truth or we going to shame the devil? Since Jason won't talk about it, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Okay. Really?
See, it's because of Donald Trump. Look at how, listen, y'all know I am not a fan of Donald Trump, all right? But why are these people so triggered? Why are these people so triggered? Like, you can't even say his name without these people getting triggered. And it's obvious and it's clear. And you think that this is going to make somebody change their daggone mind with this daggone video, Jason Lee? You're out of touch just as much as the people you talking about.
One, y'all don't want to eradicate the police department for people giving tickets to you for speeding in a 25-mile zone. You don't get mad at the police, you get mad at the lawmaker. Because the police didn't make the law that says you can't drive faster in that area. Yet, as Attorney General, for enforcing the 3 strikes law that was created by Pete Wilson, who was a white racist in California, makes her the bad guy? Half of y'all that talk about politics don't vote. The other half don't understand how the law works. And those of you that are talking about the 3 strikes law don't even live in California.
So insult to try to get people to get on your side. See, the difference with me and Jason Lee is I am a firm believer, do whatever the F it is that you want within the law. Do what you want, vote for you want, who you want, like who you want, support who you want. I do not care. Okay? Jason has an agenda. I don't have an agenda. The information is out there for everybody and anybody, but we all know you coloreds, you Negroes for the most part ain't gonna look into nothing. That part Jason absolutely has right. But he want to sit up here and shame y'all, just shame ya. You should be ashamed of yourself. How dare you not like Kamala? How dare you? It's not her fault. It's the white racist that made the laws. It's the white racist. Always got to come back to white people. Always got to come back to racism. In 2023, this is still the tactic. This is still the tactic, and it's going to work on some of y'all, okay? It's going to work on some of y'all. But the rest of us more intelligent persons, and again, I'm not the brightest bulb, okay? But what we not going to do is sit up here and think that this tactic right here is supposed to work and is supposed to get someone to come over to your side while you're insulting them, insulting their intelligence, and coming around to racism. But you know, it's always the white people. And again, I'll never say that there ain't no racism because there most certainly is, but there's a lot of racism within the black community. Save that black people can't be racist, okay? Y'all depend on racism, identifying black people versus white people in order to get your points across. And it's old and it's tired. And the fact of the matter is it ain't working no more. But y'all gonna continue down this path. Go on, boy. What else?
So you don't even know how our laws work. Mm-hmm. Then you say she's not doing enough for the country. She's not the president. She's the vice president. But when you look at what the president is doing, he's done a lot for the country. He just ain't on TV every day talking about it.
Joe has done a lot for y'all. Okay, build back better, y'all. Build back better. Shall we talk about the migrant crisis? Nah, we're not going to talk about that. I'm not even going to blame all of C-19 on Joe, y'all. I know y'all like to blame it all on Joe, but lest we not forget that it did start under you know who, so just stop it, okay? So all the people on Tickety Talk that's complaining about evictions and how high the rents are, and now the auto workers are on strike, and the price of food, the price of cars, there's nothing that people can get goods to anymore. Everything is overpriced. The dollar ain't worth this. You can't afford to live, can't afford to work, blah 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 blah. We just supposed to forget all that and ignore all that. Now, listen, I'm not saying that people can't make things work. I think that people should budget, but nobody gonna listen to that. But do you think that all those people that's complaining about all those things under Biden are gonna think about, who should we vote for since things aren't working out for us right now? I just have a feeling, specifically since there's so many people on Tickety Talk and X, they'll still vote for Joe Daggone Biden. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but time will tell, child.
Why don't you know? Because their teams aren't communicating the best, and we're not paying attention the most. But what I will say is that when I looked at all the commentary of Kamala's dancing at the White House, at the vice president's party,
focus on the dancing.
It really disappointed me. There was a lot of great comments, like Black Twitter, a lot of great comments. People saying Auntie Kamala, and this is the Kamala we want to see. And I've told the vice president, I've told her team, this is what people want to see.
So Kamala Harris is supposed to now take advice from Jason Lee, the leader of the most degenerative blog site that downs and shows the worst of black people. She's supposed to take advice from Jason Lee. This where we at? Kamala Harris should be taking advice from Jason Lee. Let him start running your campaign, and let's really see how things turn around for you, Kamala, okay? Because you out here dancing is what's supposed to make black people want to turn around and come vote for you, because that's what they think of y'all Negroes, okay? They think that y'all Negroes are as good as a song, a vibrant thing at the 50-year hip-hop thing, and Kamala dancing is enough that y'all supposed to go ahead and fall for voting for her, even though that translates to voting for Joe Biden. That's all it's supposed to take, y'all. Forget everything else. Kamala dances, y'all. Go ahead and vote for Biden Harris.
But it was the racist,
of course,
white supremacist uprooting of hatred towards a black woman that I saw from the right.
Of course.
And the complicit behavior of sleep black folks,
of course,
who were participating in it that disappointed me.
I'm sure that's me. White supremacists talking points. Y'all need to go ahead and listen to the ABC, the mixed ABC, who runs the most degenerate, debaucherous site against black people to determine who it is that you need to vote for and who really black and who good enough and who's not. Don't forget that part, okay? This is all because they scared that Trump is going to win.
Now, as a black gay entrepreneur, when white people hate on me or tell me I'm not ready or not big enough or this or that or whatever, or they minimize who I am, it is what it is. I take it on the chin and I keep killing it. But when black hate happens, it hurts more. It hurts more when black people hate on you.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that black people be hating on me, and I could care less. Jason, I'm gonna need you to toughen up. Jason, I'm gonna need, as a person who's out in the media like this, I'm gonna need you to toughen up. As big as your site is, and you worry about the niggas, they keep coming back. They on your page all damn time. You getting bigger and bigger every daggone day. Now y'all here hurt because of the niggas. Child, goodbye. They always gonna be the biggest haters. Always. That's never gonna change. That's how it is. That's how it works. I know no one wants to hear it. Crabs in the barrel. Instead of being proud of your success, nope. You got to agree with the masses or you wrong. And that's what you're displaying right now, Jason. You are displaying the same daggone thing, but y'all, go ahead. Blame it on white supremacy. White supremacy. It's the white people. And you Negroes that go along with it, you the problem. I already know I'm the problem, y'all. I know I'm the problem, child.
Black folks have an epidemic in its culture and community in the United States that we need to understand, and that is the inferiority complex to white people and whiteness and self-hate.
Ain't you white, Jason? Jason, you just gonna act like you not white? I believe this man is half white and black and maybe Spanish or Puerto Rican or something. But we just gonna ignore that part? So you talking about yourself, Jason? Come on now, child.
In the black community. Some of y'all niggas don't like Kamala Harris just simply because she's great.
Oh, so now you niggas, let's insult them and call them niggas. That's the same thing as Joe Biden said, if you didn't vote for me, are you really black, or you ain't black, or whatever the hell it is that he said. So now you got the A, B, C, D, half black, half white, potentially Puerto Rican, calling y'all niggas. And you don't like Kamala because you a nigga. That's a great way to get people to follow behind you. I tell you, child, you go, Jason.
Some of y'all niggas talk about you don't like her and don't support her, but you ain't done nothing to research her agenda or what she's doing. The white folks, when they saw her dancing at this party, it was only a 3.5 hour party, by the way, celebrating the global impact of hip hop during its 50th anniversary. The white folks say, why was the border czar partying with the rappers? And then black folks would have been saying, if she didn't do it, why she ain't acknowledging black music and the impact it's had on culture? How is Kamala Harris the second most powerful person in the world, yet nothing she does is good enough?
Because that's how politics work, Jason. For someone that knows so much about politics and you so smart and you do your research, I'm confused as to why it is that you confused as to how it is that this is how it works. You're never going to please everybody all the time. You're going to do what you're going to do, and you either going to stand by it or you not. So do you really know anything about politics at the end of the day, Jason, or you just out here talking, child?
Nothing she does is good enough. Everything she does is bad to white folks. And sometimes what she does ain't good enough for blacks.
Let's always bring it back down to the daggone race. But you know, black people can't be racist. It's not the black people, it's the white people. It's the white supremacists that's the problem. But keep bringing it up, Jason. Keep bringing it up.
I'm confused.
Yes,
black
you are.
people, you need to go look in the mirror and ask you, why do you hate us so much? Why do you hate each other so much? I've never hated on anybody.
Child, this whole website, and he talking about what he don't hate and what black people need to do, as he takes the worst of all black people. And y'all talk about me. Y'all look at these daggone sites and you think that this is who you should be taking advice from. This is the person that's out here talking, praising allegedly black people, talking down to black people at the same time, talking about what black people need to do, when he has made his whole existence off of the debauchery and the foolishness of black people. And this is who is trying to shame someone into doing something, niggas. He said it. He calling y'all niggas. Niggas.
I may give an opinion. I may be critical of a person's performance or something. I can say I don't like a person, but I respect their work, or I respect their work, but don't like them. I know how to differentiate it, but at least I do my research and pay attention. What are you doing?
Insult.
How is it that the vice president dancing to vibrant, the vibe, how did that not make you say, damn, she's human?
Wow, that's supposed to make y'all think that she's human. Hey, vibrant thing. Hey, vibrant thing. That's supposed to get you to like her, y'all. This is how little that people like Jason Lee think of you Negroes. You're as good as one song and you should fall in love. That's it. That's all. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe y'all hear something different. But you niggas ain't nigging how you supposed to, according to Jason Lee now. Now nigga together, all right?
Let me go ahead and look into what she's doing so I can support her a little more. Mm-hmm. Because those of you saying you don't like Kamala, those of you saying that you don't like Kamala and are going to vote for Trump mean that you don't care about gay rights, you don't care about trans rights, you don't care that they believe that Muslims, or at least Trump believed that Muslims were terrorists, you don't care that women shouldn't have the right to abortion, you don't care about voter rights, you don't care about none of that because your little $300 stimulus that Trump gave you was more important than supporting a black woman to be successful. I'm riding for Kamala.
Jason, we know, but y'all peep the insult. This is all about Donald damn Trump. This is all about Donald damn Trump. That's what this all comes down to. At the end of the day, he don't even give a damn about Kamala. This is about making sure that Trump isn't elected. Because he can see that even with what they doing down Fulton, shout out to Quan, it ain't working. Even though they pushed the thing back till March, it's not going to work. And again, y'all know that I'm not even a Donald Trump supporter. Y'all already know, okay? But I can and pay attention, and I can and take a look at what's going on and be objective at the end of the daggone day. All this isn't an insult to black people, first of all. And it's a threat. It's a bullying tactic. It's the same thing that the TBBs do use. If you what did he say? Your $300 stimulus from Trump is more important than trans rights and gay rights. That's where you going, Jason? That's where you want to go. That's all you got. That's what you got? Okay.
I'm asking all my supporters to do it, and I challenge anybody that don't like her to tell me why. Drop it below and let's argue.
Yeah, no. See, you too focused on Kamala because you want to bring everything down to race. You ain't even focusing on Joe Biden, who's the head of the ticket, who really matters at the end of the daggone day. And if he goes and he gets rid of her, then he goes and he gets rid of her. Then what you gonna do? You gonna blame that on white supremacy too? Let's take a look at some of the comments. It says Corielli, whoever that is, she literally made it clear she had zero intent to do anything for black people, and she stood 10 toes down on that. Her identifying as a black woman when she chooses has not benefited us yet. Real Snack Box says, come on now, Jason. We not going to act like she wasn't a part of creating a bill in the state of California that was passed in the 90s that spread across the United States to lock up blacks and Latinos to do more time in jails and prison for the crimes they allegedly have committed and give white people less time for the same crime. And has done nothing yet to fix that, and in no way has she written her wrongs. So many families were affected by that bill. Then there's She's Not Black. But let's not forget Joe Biden, the crime bill, the crime bill, the crime bill, the crime bill, the crime. Everybody with the crime bill. And guess what everybody want right now? A freaking crime bill because crime is out of control. But I digress. Because she locked up so many ninjas because folks who didn't take government class still have no clue of her job duties are always saying she's not doing anything. That's a great point. And Jason clearly don't understand that either as he sits up here and talks about what he does know. So we have to like her because she's a black woman, but she doesn't have to help us directly because she's a black woman. She's not black, she's Indian and never claimed black until elections. Sorry, I can't with her at all. I know firsthand of her evilness. She stole Nina Simone's estate from her only daughter, had a vendetta when she was an attorney. She deaf isn't for us. She just playing the role to have people fooled to get support. Typical politics. She literally had the Simone family crying to me as I'm very close to them, stole her mom's legacy. So sad that people don't even do their research about her. She has a hip hop party and now people think she cool. Laughing my ass off. Okie doke at its finest. Shout out to Jay is a mogul. I don't know that stuff about Nina Simone is correct, but the part about she just dances a little bit and now you ninjas is supposed to go along with it. Shout out to you coloreds. You're supposed to go vote for Kamala, which in turn means voting for Joe Biden at the end of the day. Are you really surprised a black woman in power is getting this much hate, really? Okay. Ain't nobody hating on damn Kamala. Shut up. She been in the office now for how long? We barely see her in the black community. It's 50 years in hip-hop. She comes out with one thing dance and we have to salute her. Child, please. MLK passed, Juneteenth passed. She been in the office how long? No, sir, though. She may be a multitude of things, but active in the black community, she is not. Jason, to answer your question, no, she didn't do anything to me personally, but she has done nothing for me or the people that look like me, and she has not stood on any of her political promises. Sorry, Jason, you can be friends, but please don't endorse her, Biden or Trump. What has she done for our people as VP? Please one only thing I see. She partied with us. That's all. I barely even see her on the media. She a puppet too. It's not about hating her. Not liking the job she's doing doesn't mean you hate her. We can criticize. She's a politician. Nope, you can't. You cannot criticize a black woman. Of course, unless it's me, because then you can criticize me all you want to, right? That's how it works. You only support the people that support you and go along with what you say, which is basically what Jason just proved, okay? Man, listen, quit posting this clown. Nobody cares about her. Next topic. So there you go with some of those comments. So this is Hollywood Unlocked, okay? The pulse of the culture, CEO, the only Jason Lee. So people are saying it's the neighborhood talk. It's actually Hollywood Unlocked. Let's see. You got the Jeannie My Stuff, Hair, Kiki Palmer, Shanquella, Aubrey O'Day, Kirk Franklin, Kobe, Daisy and Miss Egypt, Shinsia, Young Miami, Cardi, Diddy and Envy, Jason Lee, Black China, Jonathan Majors, Ice Spice, Erica Mena stuff, Sukiana, of course, Tiffany Haddish, his girl, Tiffany Haddish, Cardi, Jeezy, Jeannie, all this, Sexy Red, of course. Yeah, Sexy Red, Krishan, they definitely do Krishan and Blueface all the time. They've been a little quiet. Maybe she watching the baby now, okay? Natalie Nunn, another girl of his. Tori, a designer, Tori. Okay, so this is what Jason Lee has put all his money into while talking about you Negroes, about what you don't do, but building his brand off of you Negroes, and he ain't even fully black. Let's not forget that he's mixed, okay? But you're supposed to ignore all that. This is all okay. This is all good in the hood. Let him do what he wants. But let's go ahead and make sure that you all vote for Kamala, which in turn means vote for Joe Biden. Okay, so the neighborhood talk is owned by Cal Anthony. Just wanted to go ahead and point that out because people keep saying he's in charge of the neighborhood talk, but he is not. This is more of the same. All these people do the same old ratchet ass crap all the daggone time. All right, so let's not act like he's some pillar of the daggone black community while talking about what people in the black community need to do. So let's go to Kamala's Wikipedia page, okay, and go to District Attorney. In the summer 2000, this is public safety. In the summer of nonviolent crimes, she created an environmental crime unit. 2007, Harrison City Attorney Dennis Herrera investigated San Francisco Supervisor Ed J.E.W. for violating residency requirements necessary to hold a supervisory position. Harris charged J.E.W. with 9 felonies, alleging that he had lied under oath and falsified documents to make it appear he resided in Sunset District home, necessary so he could run for supervisor in the 4th District. He pleaded guilty in 2008. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Harris described the case as about protecting the integrity of our political process, which is part of the core of our democracy. J.E.W. was sentenced to 64 months in prison and a $10,000 fine. Under Harris, the DA's office obtained more than 1,900 convictions for marijuana offenses, including persons simultaneously convicted of marijuana offenses and more serious crimes. The rate at which Harris's office prosecuted marijuana crimes was higher than the rate under Holloman, but the number of defendants sentenced to state prison for such offenses was substantially lower. Prosecutors for low-level marijuana offenses were rare under Harris, and her office had a policy of not pursuing jail time for marijuana possession offenses. Harris's successor as DA, George Gascon, expunged all San Francisco marijuana offenses going back to 1975, violent crimes. So in the early 2000s, the San Francisco red rum rate per capita outpaced the national average. Within the first 6 months of taking office, Harris cleared 27 of 74 backlog homicide cases by settling 14 by plea and taking 11 to trial. Of those trials, 9 ended with convictions and 2 with hung juries. She took 49 violent crime cases to trial and secured 36 convictions. From 2004 to 6, Harris achieved an 87% conviction rate for homicides and a 90% conviction rate for all felony GUN violations. Okay? So she went in there and she did what needed to be done. But we know you can't do anything against black people, even if black people are doing stuff wrong. Just because she's black, she's supposed to let it all go, I guess. Okay? Harris also pushed for higher bail for criminal defendants involved in GUN-related crimes. Oh, okay. So you need to get a high bail when you commit a crime with GUN. Now that those bail laws have changed, now you got ninjas that do red rum and then they get out on house arrest. Y'all okay with that? No, I don't think you are. That's why San Francisco, all of California, Oakland, everything is out of daggone control. But I digress. Arguing that Historically, low bail encouraged outsiders to commit crimes in San Francisco. The officers credited Harris with tightening the loopholes defendants had used in the past, in addition to creating a gun crime unit. Harris opposed releasing defendants on their own recognizances if they were arrested on GUN crimes, sought minimum 90-day sentences for possession of concealed or loaded weapons, and charged all assault weapons possession cases as felonies, adding that she would seek prison terms for criminals who possessed or used assault weapons and would seek maximum penalties under GUN-related crimes. I don't see anything wrong with any of that. I don't see anything wrong with any of that. Harris created a hate crimes unit focusing on hate crimes against LGBT children and teens in schools. In early 2006, a 17-year-old American Latina transgender teenager, was red rummed by two men who later used the gay panic defense before being convicted of second-degree red rum. Harris, alongside the mother, convened a 2-day conference of at least 200 prosecutions and law enforcement officials nationwide to discuss strategies to counter such legal defenses. Harris subsequently supported advocating that California's penal code include jury instructions to ignore bias, sympathy, prejudice, or public opinion in making their decision, also making mandatory for district attorneys' offices in California to educate prosecutors about panic strategies and how to prevent bias from affecting trial outcomes. In 2006 September, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed AB 1160 into law. The law put California on record as declaring it contrary to public policy for defendants to be acquitted or convicted of a lesser included offense on the basis of appeals to societal bias. I'm not sure I understand all that, but make sure I read it. Harris, death penalty. Harris said life imprisonment without parole is a better and more cost-effective punishment than the death penalty, and had estimated that the resultant cost savings could pay for 1,000 additional police officers in San Francisco alone. During a campaign, Harris pledged never to seek the death penalty after San Francisco Police Department officer Isaac Empezanoza was SSOT'd and deleted in 2004. U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein, Barbara Boxer, Mayor Jerry Brown, and Police Officers Association pressured Harris to reverse that position, but she did not. Polls found that 70% of voters supported Harris's decision. When Edward Ramos, an illegal immigrant and alleged MS-13 gang member, was accused of red rumming a man and his two sons in 2009, Harris sought a sentence of life in prison without parole, a decision Mayor Gavin Newsom backed. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole daggone thing because everybody can go do their own daggone research. But from the little bit that I read right there, I don't have a problem with it. Here's the thing. Black people think that other black people are just supposed to go ahead and excuse everything that they do wrong. We see it every daggone day with most of these daggone stories. Now, right now, everything has been laxed, and how much is crime running rampant? Black people can sit around here acting like they are put upon all that they want to. All you got to do is follow the effing law. You want to call it being white, then call it what you want to. Your ass get caught, you need to go to prison and you need to stay there. These laws need to daggone change. The laws from just a few paragraphs that we read that she put into place sounds like it was a good daggone thing. Now, if people want to sit around here and just go ahead and listen to freaking Jason Lee and then go ahead and do what you're going to do just because of the fact that Jason Lee said it, that's fine, because you was going to be influenced by stupid outside influences any daggone way. At the end of the daggone day, it's going to be Joe Biden's face that's going to make the determination on whether or not Kamala gets reelected or not. The fact that Jason is sitting up here saying that you should vote for her just because she's black is the most ignorant thing, one of many ignorant things that I've ever heard. And sitting around and insulting black people just because you don't like who he likes is the same old tired ass tactics, because he's basically worried about Donald Trump being reelected. Come through with more facts and things that make sense, Jason Lee, since you know so daggone much about politics. And everybody go take a look at Kamala's own record instead of listening to Jason damn Lee. That's it. That's all. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and comment below. I will see you all in the next one.
Physically, we do not care